Welcome to the video, everyone. John Bodine here with Redemptive Psych, and here we're committed to exploring the personality types to discover ourselves and others and our Creator through studying His creations. This is the ESTJ in a nutshell. We will be covering the broad strokes of the type built in their functions and in their archetypes or their characters. Now, a reminder that these letters, the MBTI letters, I do not value them very much or at all. I find that they are often misleading. Where I believe the heart of the personality type is in relation to the cognitive functions and what order they are in, and then the archetypes or the attitudes, meaning in what way are the functions being expressed. The ESTJ is one of the 4 guardian types. This is the SJ guardians. They are committed to being duty-based, being past-focused, trying to maintain the status quo of things, particularly things that are working well. They are hesitant to make big changes, but when they do, it is a sign of them overcoming some of their natural fear. Overall, though, they are loyal, disciplined, and committed to their duty. The 3 words I've chosen for the ESTJ are orderly, procedural, and standards. First, orderly. They are one of the most orderly types out there. They really care about keeping things organized. Second, they are very procedural. They do things in a certain methodical way that they have learned over the course of their lives, produces those consistent results. And then third, standards. They have very high standards, both for themselves, absolutely for themselves, and then for other people. Now, starting with the functions, there are 4 main tools, these top 4 here, 4 main tools of our personality type. These are our go-to tools in terms of how we approach everyday life and how we combat problems and obstacles as they arise. The ESTJ's top tool, their main tool, their go-to powerhouse tool is extroverted thinking. This is extroverted thinking hero. They are very heroic about gathering information, making a procedure, building consistent steps to a result. This is one of the reasons that ESTJs can mistype as an NI user, whether that be an ENTJ, an INTJ, or something else like that. Because they are sequence driven by, okay, it's this step, then this step, then this step to achieve that goal, it looks like NI. It looks like that's my future, that's my goal. But it is not. It's something separate. It's about the sequence of things. They are very, very concerned about the consistent results. Their TE hero also cares about their reputation and how others think of them. It's part of both their charm and some of their vanity. They do care what others think about them. They care about their status. They care about the credentials that they have. And that can lead them to pursue great things that are going to build up institutions and build up families and build up communities through the skills that they learn. But it can also be an attempt to try and cover up their anxiety about their self-worth with achievements. It's a double-edged sword. Next is the parent, SI parent. Introverted sensing parent for the ESTJ is their source of consistency, reliability, and duty. They are very committed to their goals, to where they put their loyalty. They are extremely loyal people. They are very hardworking. SI parent is all about effort. It's this cautious but long-suffering, strong parent that's just going to last, that's just going to endure, that's just going to keep going. And no matter what the obstacle is, as long as the ESTJ is still invested, they will keep going. ESTJs also have a great memory, particularly a memory of what they have been through. Remember, SI is like the rock, it's like the earth, and their life experiences have shaped them into a hard shape that is not easily going to be changed. And the stories imprinted on that rock, on their soul, basically, they can recall very accurately. Next is NE child, extroverted intuition child. This is the source of the ESTJ's innocence, naivety, but also a source of renewing energy for them. Extroverted intuition child is all about possibilities and giving choices and being desirable and adaptable for other people. Yes, while they struggle with being open to new experiences, when they let their child play a little bit, they become much more open to just kind of going with the flow. It's also where an ESTJ's path to the abstract world starts with any child, with considering the possibilities for others. the consequences for others. It's where they can have a little interest in fiction or philosophy or other disciplines that are more cerebral. Of all the concrete types, of all the sensing types, I believe ESTJs are the closest to the abstract. They have a capacity to delve into the intellectual world and are very interested in the possibilities and the futures and some of the abstract material that they may come across. Next is FI Inferior. This is the ESTJ's source of anxiety, of their internal struggle. And this is introverted feeling inferior, meaning that the ESTJ struggles with feeling worthy, or rather they feel aggressively worthless most of the time. Their go-to response is to cover it up, is to push it down. They are worried about their own humanity, and they often struggle with facing it and dealing with the emotions and the moral dilemmas and the struggles they have with articulating what they actually care about, what they actually value. It's much easier for them to gather a lot of information and study and learn and go pursue things. It's much harder for them to actually sit with their values and their emotions and their struggles and decide what they actually care about. Next is TI Nemesis, introverted thinking Nemesis. The Nemesis is the antagonist to the hero. It exists to push and pull and challenge the hero. Just as TE Hero, the ESTJ's hero, is about gathering information from others, research, learning, gathering skills, asking questions, gathering different perspectives, gathering what people think. The Nemesis function is saying, hey, you guys, you don't know how to think very well on your own. You actually don't have the chops to solve a problem on your own. You have to rely on someone else's opinion. So they default to that. But what the Nemesis is trying to teach the ESTJ is to practice solving problems using their own thinking. Yes, you've done all the research. Yes, you've gathered different opinions, but now it's time for you to sit with your own thoughts and work through the best that you can the problem that faces you. The Nemesis is begging for you to develop your own thinking so that you become less reliant on other people's thinking. Next is the Critic. Extroverted sensing Critic is the ESTJ's inner skeptic, inner elder who's just kind of criticizing the world. ESTJs with extroverted sensing Critic are very critical of their own and other people's performance and ability. This can go from being very picky about how someone's dressed or how they look. Extroverted sensing is the environment and the world around you. It's kind of a critical eye of the environment. This includes their house. Their houses are often very clean and well kept because of SE Critic, because they want to live in an orderly place and they will organize their environment such. They can be pretty hard on people if they don't think that person has the skill or the snuff or puts attention into taking care of themselves. They can be too hard on people, frankly. But when wiser, when a little more precise with being hard on others, they build up strength, they build up skill very quickly and in very deep ways that can imprint someone for a lifetime. The ESTJ has to just be careful not to steamroll that person. A lot of ESTJs are coaches or have people under them. They have a lot of power and authority. Even if they don't feel important, they often have a lot of influence. So being careful about how you exert that on others will give you opportunities to imprint others in a positive way instead of just criticizing them to death. Next is the Trickster. This is our source of obliviousness, where we kind of think we know something and then, oh, we actually don't. It's like a fuzzy TV where we're like, we can almost see the picture on there, but then we actually can't. NI Trickster is the ESTJ's own future, my path, what I want. They are much more directed by their duty and somewhat by what other people want than what they want. They don't really know what they want. They can think they know what they want. They often have an idea of like, oh yeah, I'm going to pursue that, but then they realize that's not actually what they wanted. That didn't give them what they wanted. What I found for ESTJs is that if they're committed to helping other people achieve a better future and help them pursue their goals, they will find their path along the way. And lastly, the demon. The demon is something that will pull and will create issues, usually unbeknownst to the ESTJ. Now, we talked briefly about it with the relationship with the inferior. This is FI Inferior. Their source of insecurity is my own humanity. Their demon is other people's humanity, FE, extroverted feeling. They often treat other people, like I mentioned, like cogs, like a part of a whole. One of the number one criticisms that ESTJs receive, even if people don't tell them to their face, is that they feel treated like a cog. One of the practical ways to integrate extroverted feeling demon is to begin to view people also as connections. It's called networking. ESTJs know all about networking. Many of the ones I've met have told me this, that their secret to gaining success and to achieving the goals that they want to achieve are related to the relationships and the connections that they form. So even if it is under a professional context, if you guys can learn to value the relationships, it'll take you a long way. A lot of people accuse ESTJs of being too hard. They think of them as being kind of blunt and inhumane. But the ESTJs have a really soft inside. It's very soft and gooey and warm inside, and they themselves struggle to face that. So giving them a little grace. Yes, they have high standards. Yes, they can be a little hard on other people, but it's for a purpose. And helping them face their own humanity, you will start to see under the hood of the ESTJ and realize that on the inside, they are just soft and worried about their own worth and not really sure how to face their own humanity. So that's the ESTJ in brief. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.